This little girl was born in Mansfield, Nottinghamshire in central England. It is near where the world-renowned legend of Robin Hood was born, but that was 1,000 years ago. Today, the region's most famous celebrity is Rebecca Adlington, a modern hero who won her gold honestly in the pool. The legend of Becky was not born in Sherwood Forest, but in the Sherwood Baths. The youngest of 3 girls, Becky naturally wanted to do what her older sisters did. They were swimmers. By the age of 14, when she was showing real promise as a distance swimmer, she came under the guidance of Coach Bill Furness, who would remain her coach throughout her career. A year after joining Furness, she won the 800 meters freestyle at the 2004 European Junior Championships and became one of Britain's brightest Olympic prospects for Beijing. But early in 2005, Becky and her sister Laura contracted glandular fever. Becky was unable to swim for months as she battled to overcome the illness and the after effects of chronic fatigue syndrome. But Laura fared even worse. The virus entered her brain, causing encephalitis, and for months she lay motionless in a hospital ward. While Laura eventually recovered, the experience was traumatic for Becky, and the next few years were full of ups and downs. So it came as a surprise to many when she qualified first in both the 400 and 800 meter free events at the 2008 British Olympic Trials. First up in Beijing was the 400, an event for which she had not even been certain to qualify for the British team. In the prelims, she swam brilliantly and qualified for the finals in lane 5. Then in the final, she went from 5th place with 50 meters to go to snatch the gold medal ahead of American Katie Hoff and teammate Joanne Jackson in a thrilling fingertip finish. It was the first Olympic gold medal for a British woman since Anita Lonsborough won the 200 meters breaststroke in 1960. When she won the 800 meter freestyle 5 days later, destroying the field and smashing Janet Evans' 19-year-old world record, there was no precedent. Adlington was the most successful woman swimmer Britain ever produced, and the first British swimmer since Henry Taylor won multiple gold medals in 1908. Her triumphs in Beijing brought her instant fame, front-page headlines, and a coveted pair of gold Jimmy Choo shoes. In 2009, she became a celebrity spokesperson for the Encephalitis Society and received an Office of the British Order, OBE, by Queen Elizabeth at Buckingham Palace. And in 2010, the refurbished Sherwood swimming baths were renamed the Rebecca Adlington Swimming Center. But she hadn't retired when she won gold in the 800 and silver in the 400 meters freestyle at the 2011 FINA Championships in Shanghai. Expectations were high that she could repeat her double gold medal performance from Beijing in London. But it wasn't to be. When Adlington took bronze in the 400 meters, she was delighted, for the 400 meter was her weaker race. But after winning a second bronze in the 800, the disappointment showed. "I'm sorry I didn't win," she said after the race, "and I hope the public is still proud of me." She didn't have to worry about that. The British public adored her, and when she retired a few months later, at the age of 23, it was as Great Britain's most decorated female Olympian of all time. In 2015, she gave birth to a daughter, Summer, and in 2016, she launched Becky Adlington Swim Stars, a partnership program designed by Becky for pool operators to make learning to swim fun and enjoyable. Rebecca Adlington, honor swimmer, Great Britain.
I'm quite tall, sorry. Thank you so much for that. That video was amazing. I think, especially when you're retired, I've been retired 6 years now, you kind of go out of the swim bubble quite a lot and you forget about waking up at 5 a.m. and all those hard times. So that was really nice to see all of that. And even though they aren't here, I would obviously have to credit my whole family. As you can tell from that video, me and my family have been through so much. And actually, my parents actually always keep 2 of my Olympic medals, and I keep 2. And I always say that my dad wears them to work under his suit, a bit like Superman. But just because he's the proudest dad ever, so definitely have to credit my family. And as you can see in that video, my coach, Bill Furness, I say it all the time, I wouldn't have achieved anything if it wasn't for him. As you guys all know, your coaches are just, your lifeline to your sport, they're your everything, and that partnership is so important. And obviously Bill now does incredible things with British Swimming, so I cherish our relationship that we had together. But thank you so much for honouring me, I think, as a Brit. I'm happy to miss the royal wedding for this, of course I am. But no, it's such a huge honour, because honestly, we don't have anything even remotely similar to this in the UK, and I think what you guys do here in America and how you worship your athletes and really cherish them and really kind of make them feel appreciated and all their hard work and efforts that you guys do. So it's an absolutely huge honour, so thank you so much.
Presenting the Hall of Fame mantle is 1972 Olympic diving champion, the great Mickey King.